Clap, clap, clap. Welcome back. This is the adult rated episode. No, not sorry, not the adult rated episode. This is the 21 plus episode of the Water and Time podcast. I'm your host today, Alan, joined of course by Mr. Will himself.
How's it going? How are you all doing today?
We're doing pretty good. I'd say a little cheers because this podcast is now old enough to talk about alcohol and stuff.
In terms of episodes, yeah.
Yeah. So we can dive into any kind of topic now that we're 21 plus.
Yeah, we can smoke cigarettes. We can gamble on sports books. I don't know if that's 21 or 18, but
No,
the world is now open to us.
Yeah, YouTube can't copyright this because we're 21 plus, so it's okay.
Perfect.
You know what's funny? I was watching this WrestleMania like interview week between Cody Rhodes and Liv Morgan on their podcast. What do you want to talk about with Cody Rhodes? And they were doing this live in Vegas, and it was in a smoking bar, like a cigar bar. And then both of them were taking cigars out because it was part of the vibes and just smoking a cigar during the podcast. And I was like, well, that's kind of cool. I don't do smoking or anything. And I looked up the nicotine content and stuff. Like cigars are even worse for you than cigarettes.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah, but just like, dude, the vibes. Yeah, apparently like, just the tobacco usage in cigars is very sus, man. Very, very sus.
For some reason, I always assumed cigars were healthier in the sense like they didn't have nicotine, they didn't have any chemicals. It was just pure tobacco. I didn't know that at all. That's good to know.
Yeah, it's still unhealthy, but just the vibe of them doing it, just talking a bit, answering each other's questions, taking a little puff, and then cleaning it on the little tray. I was like,
like you can little chop it, when you have it.
Yeah, cool. And I think I'd be down to try a cigar one day. I've never tried a cigarette or a cigar before. I've only smoked marijuana, right? But yeah, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Maybe I'll have a cigar one day.
Yeah, this is different though, because when you smoke like weed, you're inhaling it into your lungs. With cigars, you just keep it in your mouth, so you don't actually inhale it.
Oh, really?
You just kind of like taste it in your mouth and you blow it out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's definitely more healthier than any kind of breathing air into your lungs.
Yeah, and maybe it's also kind of concept. Yeah, I also think too with cigars, I feel like you're not chain smoking cigars. Like you go buy a pack of cigarettes, you see people who just go through a bunch, right? They'll smoke a pack a day, half a pack a day or something.
Yeah, they have a lunch break every hour.
Yeah, I think with a cigar, you're probably doing it like once every now and then with a nice glass of whiskey in like an upscale environment. That's just how I picture it as someone who doesn't smoke cigars. But I've tried a couple of them. They're pretty fun, pretty smoky.
Yeah. What was your favorite? Like, is there like a flavor?
I've only smoked a couple cigars. It was my aunt's neighbor. He just had he would just smoke cigars, and every now and then, maybe twice, all three of us would just smoke a cigar together just to try it. I feel like I didn't ever do it correctly because I did have that instinct to inhale it into my lungs, like I was smoking weed or something, but I think ideally you just kind of taste it in your mouth and you blow it out. But it was fun.
Yeah.
It was. You feel pretty badass.
Yeah.
You feel fancy.
Just the quick thing what you were saying earlier with the nicotine content. So yeah, cigars do have more generally, but yeah, I guess it's surprising to me that generally since cigars you don't inhale the smoke, you leave it in your mouth like you said. But I guess if you were to, then you'd have even more risks of getting like cancer and stuff. So that's probably why, like, due to the stronger contents and unhealthy aspect of cigars, you shouldn't inhale it.
I see.
So so there it is.
But dude, we could do that. A little thing of whiskey, a little drink, or a little celebration for episode 21. Let's do it, Alan.
Let's do it, baby.
We made it. We made it out here.
Cool. So yeah, how you doing, Will? What's good with you on this 21 episode?
I'm good, man. I'm good. End of April. We got to do the New York City weather check-in with Will that we do every week, but it's a beautiful day today.
What's the weather, Will?
Yeah. What's the weather, Will? No. Nice day today. The sun is out. A couple days ago, it was actually pretty chilly, but I think we're getting into this 2 weeks of New York City where the weather's awesome. It's perfect. Everyone's outside. It's green. And then we go into summer, where it's too hot, everything smells terrible, it's an awful time. So, the next 2 weeks, I'm going to enjoy it. Got some picnics lined up, dude. I'm going to be out there Today I was outside reading for an hour just in the park, making the most of it.
Hey, as if New York actually smells good some of the time, or like it doesn't
It's
always
just
smell nasty.
it's much more obvious. Have you only been to New York in the summertime?
Been there in
Because
the
then it always
winter
smells
too.
nasty. Have
Winter
you?
too, yeah.
The summer is just I think more obvious because all the garbage on the street is just sitting out there. And, ugh, God. But
I've never thought of New York as ever having a good smell. Like I never want to
not,
breathe the
it's
air.
not ever a good smell. It's just not bad. It's not as bad. I don't know.
So
But
so for 2 weeks
yeah.
of the year, it's okay, and then for the rest,
For the summertime,
for
summer's
the
bad. I think
summertime,
there's like 1 or 2 months of like nice weather in New York City. The fall and the summer and the spring.
yeah.
Besides that, it gets a little too cold, a little too warm. But that's
Well,
just me. I'm from the mild Seattle. How has the Seattle weather been
it's
the
been
past
good. It
week,
was really
Alan?
good yesterday because kind of what you said with going outside to read a book just in the sun. I was up on my rooftop in the apartment and it was beautifully sunny. I had a
Nice,
Vietnamese sandwich in the morning and then just laid
nice.
in the I don't know what you call those like benches things you lay on, like the
Not like a hammock.
not a hammock, but it's on the ground.
Hmm.
It's like a beach thing.
Like a
Like you
recliner, kind
Yeah,
of.
just a little recliner thing. I was laying in there for like half an hour, had my sunscreen on,
Nice,
had
man.
my shades
Hell
on, and
yeah.
just closed my eyes for 30 minutes, just
Isn't it
completely
comfy,
relaxed. It
dude?
was great.
Yeah.
The air is actually good. It's actually not bad.
Yeah,
So
dude. Seattle weather, like when the sun's out and it's 60 to 80 degrees, is the best in the world. It's so nice, dude. It's so like dry and
nothing beats
you can see
Seattle
the
summer.
mountain range, yeah, and
Yeah, I
the
saw two
grass is
mountain
so
ranges, man. I saw
green.
Mount
Yeah,
Rainier,
dude.
and then I saw
That's
something to the north, and
awesome.
I don't know what that was. But then that thing was hella white. There was hella
The
snow
Cascades,
there.
maybe. That's
Yeah, maybe
awesome.
the Cascades, one of the mountains in the Cascades.
Dude, I'm gonna be back. Well, not the next episode, but the one after we can do in person
Ooh,
while I'm back in
okay.
Seattle.
Okay, Mr.
Yeah.
Mayman.
But yeah, so weather's been nice, dude.
Yeah,
What else?
well, you told me earlier that you were having some stomach. You were ate too much.
Yeah.
Something like,
So today, dude, so over the weekend, one of my good friends, it was his birthday, and on top of that, he just passed the universal bar exam after law school. So once he's accepted into the bar, which I think takes a few months, he is officially like an attorney where he can, write laws and sue people and all that stuff. So congrats on him.
hell yeah.
That was years of law school, right? Years of undergrad, all this work. It's a 12-hour exam. I thought
Oh.
the SAT was, isn't the SAT like a few hours, like 3, 4 hours?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't remember. I thought that was the worst,
Yeah,
but yeah,
like
it's
you have all these high school students just sitting there for 3 hours, just
yeah,
like, "Oh, okay, multiple choice, free write."
yeah. And the bar exam, it's 2 separate days. Each day is 6 hours long,
Oh, okay.
and like he did it. He passed it with great numbers. He can practice anywhere that takes the universal bar exam, which is awesome. Like New York, New Jersey, Washington State. So he's ecstatic. We all got hot pot yesterday,
Nice.
and hot pot like it was an all-you-can-eat hot pot. We had 6 people. We're ordering a ton of meat.
That's the way to
One
do
of the
it.
homies was vegetarian, so they also had fish dishes and so on. But towards the end,
Yeah.
we had all this extra meat left over because we just kept ordering.
Of
And I
course.
just
Of course, it's all you can eat.
I undid my buckle on my pants. I undid it. I got a good stretch, and I threw all that in my little hot pot because it was all single individual hot pot bowls.
Yeah.
I put it in there and I just went to town, dude. And that like last night and this morning have been so painful. I ate way too much food, and so I've been in a little pain, but it was all worth it. It was all for my homie, and it was a good time. It
Yeah.
was really fun, enjoyable time. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that the 12-hour exam was one day, and I was like, wait, do we include sleep as part of this? Can I sleep for like 4 or 5 hours of the exam and then take the rest? But yeah,
No,
okay, like
it's like
separate over
yeah,
2 days.
and it's an event too, where like all the hotels at like near the testing center are all booked out, right? Because you have so many
Oh.
people from around the country taking a bar exam.
Oh, because it's like
So
the standardized, like it happens once or
yeah,
twice
the
a year kind of
universal
thing.
exactly it happens twice a year, I believe.
Oh my
Exactly.
God. Dude, this is
So
like
it's a huge deal, dude. Yeah. So our boy passed. It's
yeah,
great.
yeah, yeah.
I've been
Congrats
so
to
happy
him.
for him.
Congrats to
Yeah,
him.
it's really cool.
This sounds like the chunin or jonin exams where it's like it's
Dude,
conducted once or twice a year and you get all the people, or like the first class mage exam from free rent or something. It's like
yeah,
all the people. Cool.
that's cool.
You know, the
Yeah,
the
so that
thing
was
with
a big
hot pot
celebration.
is that like I went to hot pot with my cousin once and
Hmm.
she only ate the meat and like never ate any of the veggies or like do any palate cleansers and just only ate the meat. And like the thing there is because like the meat is the main price, the main draw of hot pot. So it's like, wait, why would you be wasting time eating vegetables or drinking water and stuff when you should be just filling your belly with as much meat as you can? So I guess for you,
Yeah.
you got the most out of your hot pot all you can eat experience. I guess it was
Sure,
literally
sure.
all you can eat.
I do like. I'm also whenever I get a hot pot because I usually eat, like the spicy ones. I do usually get some rice also and all the veggies because you gotta kind of like dilute the spiciness a little bit. On the, it's very oily sometimes too.
Sure.
So I do like to get a little rice and everything. And I usually am like pretty like I don't just get pure meat. I actually get a lot of stuff, but it was just towards the end of yesterday. We just had a lot left over, and I felt wasteful.
Yeah, so
So I suffered for the team.
how many days of not eating do you think will undo your your
All I've
ex?
had today is like a little bit of oatmeal and then like half a sandwich for lunch. So today I'm probably gonna take it easy. Maybe tomorrow as well, but
Yeah, the
the rest
journey
should be totally
begins.
fine.
Journey begins.
Yeah. But that was kind of that was the highlight of my weekend. Do you have any highlights this weekend, Alan?
I'd say I mean there are a few things I did, like making a spice rack for my mom. I just like assembled one for her.
That's awesome.
The I slept really early. I slept at 9 yesterday and then woke up at 6. Did an early gym session, which was pretty nice.
Hell yeah. That was today, this morning?
Yeah, I just got
Good
back
for you, dude.
like
Good for
a few
you.
hours ago.
Nice.
But then on Friday, I watched Project Hail Mary, and I
Mm-hmm.
hadn't even heard of Hail Mary. I didn't know any trailers or like anything about the premise. So I guess
Best way to go in.
you've
Best way to
seen
go
the
in,
movie,
yeah.
right? You've seen
I
it?
saw the movie and it was the exact same. I saw no trailers. I saw no signs. I had no idea what it was about. My
Yeah.
buddy was like, "Go to this movie. It's great," and I did. And it
Okay.
sounds like you did that also.
Yeah, so maybe
So
we can talk about this for some thoughts because I didn't really get a
yeah.
chance to talk about this at all. So and because so like what happened was I went like we were going to see the movie at 9 p.m. and I was a little
Hmm.
tired and we went to the Cinemark in Bellevue, which is like the 21 plus reclining chairs,
Oh
comfort,
yeah. You
whatever.
can't watch a movie without
Yeah.
recliners anymore.
Dude, you
It's
can
too
like
hard.
order stuff during the movies and they bring it to you.
Yeah,
And I
that's
was like, the
nice.
concept of this
Nice.
is crazy to me. Like, it's cool. And I was like, wait, I wonder how people think because they do come in and maybe they like can interrupt the movie, maybe, you know? So I don't
I'm
exactly know
actually
the
like,
etiquette there.
yeah. I'm against that. I went to there's something called Night Hawk here in New York City, a few locations, and there are other places where they'll bring you food while you're watching it. But then it's like people kind of get in the way, or you have to give them your order, and it can be a little noisy.
Yeah, like
So
you're
I'm actually like I'm kind of against that, and now I just go to like AMC Regal where you can just fully recline, and I just vibe, dude. But it's a
yeah.
great experience, and sometimes it just hits perfectly.
Yeah. Yeah, because like the person I was watching with was like, "Oh, I'm really thirsty and I need some Coke or something." Like an hour into the movie,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Okay, okay, yeah, yeah, just go order your thing." And then, okay, cool, you get the Coke or whatever, and it's fine. But then, yeah, like you say, I couldn't help but wonder, oh wow, there's like someone's screen is being open. I wonder if like the people
Mm-hmm.
behind care about this, whatever. Like that was my first time there. That was pretty cool. But yeah, the
Yeah,
movie
yeah.
itself. So yeah, it was at 9 p.m. And then I was tired. So 1 hour into the movie, I was like pretty much falling asleep because I was
It's a
like
long movie.
so
It's a
I was
long
so
movie. Yeah.
exhausted. And I knew that it was a long movie because I knew that it was like
Mm-hmm.
2 hours and 30 minutes. So I knew like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I'm an hour in. If I fall asleep now, I'm gonna miss the point of the movie. Because it was
Uh-huh.
just the intro. So I was like, you know what? I'll just try and power my way through this. And I guess like fortunately I did, because like I stayed sleepy throughout the movie, but I still remember pretty much everything. Because I knew like, okay, wait, I'm so sleepy. I'm gonna have such a good like night's rest when I get home. So let me just power
Yeah.
through the rest of the movie. I'm really glad I did because I think the storytelling was definitely like the strongest of the movie. So like there are visuals and stuff. Ryan Gosling is talking to
Hmm.
himself basically the entire time while he's
It's an
acting,
impressive
you know?
performance.
Yeah,
It's
so
really
like
impressive.
the fact
Yeah.
that he makes it look like he's effortlessly talking like there's someone there, Rocky, right? You know,
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
so I think that was like very impressive, even though I know like he's literally talking to a green screen or something the
Yeah, dude, it'd
entire
be so
time.
weird. Like you're
Yeah.
in this production studio and it's just you talking, like,
Yeah.
and to nobody, and like
Yeah, he
pretending
also
like they actually
produced
said
the movie
something.
too.
Oh, was he
So
also a producer? Wow,
yeah,
that's
I
crazy.
think that probably added to a lot of his passion for the project and all of
Absolutely.
his
When you
acting.
skin the game. I
Um,
think on the story as well, one thing is it came out of a book. I think Project Hail Mary was an actual book.
yeah,
And most
2021.
of the time, was it 2021? Yeah.
Yep.
I feel like when movies are adapted from books, if they do it well, the story is amazing because that's all it was, right? It was a story initially. So it has to be good for it to be popular enough and do well enough to then become a movie. So,
Yeah, I thought that the premise was pretty interesting, like the whole idea of the sun dying because of, you know, an
mm-hmm.
organism. I forget the name, right? Like alpha rage or something like that. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's just some like energy that's eating away at the sun. So then we need to go
Mm-hmm.
on a Hail Mary project and try to get some kind of find some solution, find some cure for this, and bring it back
Mm-hmm.
to Earth, right? I think the idea of it being a suicide mission is pretty compelling, especially
Mm-hmm.
because the intro scene, right? When he wakes up, he's like, "Oh shit, everyone is dead." The
I
people,
like how they did that, like the timeline stuff, right? Like how
yeah,
you're jumping between the timelines. Yeah.
because it opens up different parts of the journey of like
Mm-hmm.
revelations that happen later on in the movie that affect. Oh wow, so that's why he woke up like this. Oh
Mm-hmm.
wow,
Mm-hmm.
would he care if he remembered everything that happened to him, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of proves that even though the people forced him to do it, they were kind of right about him because Grace,
They
right,
were.
the main character, he's like, no, I can't do this. I'm a nobody. I'm not smart. And then they say, well, you're smart. You'll figure it out. And what does he do? Well, he fucking figures it out.
Do you think it was right for them to force him to do it against his will?
I think the movie was telling me that it's kind of okay because during the end, when they reveal that they forced him to do it, the next scene that happens with the woman that was in charge, it shows her being happy because she gets the data from Grace,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Mm-hmm.
you know the Earth is kind of dying right now because you know a lot of time has passed since they got launched, but it seems like she gets justified for her behavior, like the she gets rewarded by getting the data. She's smiling, seeing Grace explain what Rocky is, etc. So I think the movie was suggesting that probably it's like the better thing to do to like force someone to save the earth. I
Mm-hmm.
think I think that like, Grace is totally fine in not wanting to do it for whatever reason, and that I wouldn't want to force anyone to do it. I can see why like if this person has like the highest chance of saving the earth
Mm-hmm.
and he dies as a result, sure,
It was
sure,
worthy. Like it's
you
a
know,
worthy,
like
you
sure,
know.
sure, but like you know because we got to know Grace a lot throughout the movie, like I'm like oh, fuck man, like because like he got to meet Rocky, like he got to you know have a good classroom at the end,
Yeah, with all
so
the other little rocks.
right. But I think like it's just so much harder to have a clearer line because of the whole scale, I guess, of the problem at hand, which is the fate of the entire Earth
Mm-hmm.
versus one person's life. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know. So
I mean, it can still be like the wrong thing to do at an individual level or even like morally, but
yeah,
for like a societal thing, it can be the right thing, right? Like it all depends on what perspective we're looking at. Like, yeah, for saving a whole planet, absolutely it makes sense. Otherwise, you're fucked.
yeah,
And it was only, wasn't it like a last minute change too? Because in the movie, it's like the original pilots die somehow, don't they? Or
yeah.
the
They
original scientists,
I'm
they
not even
blow
sure how
up.
they died. Yeah, I don't know
There's
how
like an
they died.
explosion, I think. I think there's an explosion that happens at some point,
Oh
and a
yeah,
few
yeah,
of
yeah,
them
yeah, yeah,
die,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so they just like, because they already have everything set, all the timeline, and he was kind of the best scientist they had at that moment. So they forced him on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about the two that went with him that died when the movie started.
Oh,
I'm not even sure how they died. Like just thinking
I
about
thought they
it.
had just not. They just didn't make it in the trip. I think something like did one of them like there was a failure. Yeah, actually, I don't remember how they died.
Yeah, I'm not sure they ever explained it because I did not care about them at all, like whatsoever. Like I never questioned it. So I was like why was Grace the only one?
Because
Especially
I think it was
being
their
the
life
ending.
support system. Yeah, just like
Yeah,
fucked. I think that there
sure.
were two others or three others, right? And they all
Yeah,
passed away when they were trying
yeah.
to like sleep. Because that's what they like slept for 30 years or something, right? Or some amount of time
Yeah,
before they
long
woke
time
up.
in the coma.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So,
Damn, dude. But yeah, I think it was a great movie too. Like the visuals were really cool. I think it's one of the more modern movies I've seen where characters are purely CGI, like Rocky. But it was really smooth, and you can tell like movies have gotten so good at CGI development, and some of the visualizations too of like the worlds and all the graphics and stuff. It's so good now.
yeah.
So
It,
that
it's
was awesome to see.
it's cool seeing other people's perspectives of what space and the outer world looks like. And
Mm-hmm.
just the idea of what someone else thinks an alien is, in this case being like a rocky xenon like creature, like that's like someone's idea of an alien
Mm-hmm.
with the additional idea of them also wanting to save their own world because of this shared
Yeah.
their shared threat, and
Yeah.
finding a way to unite based on that. So I think that was pretty compelling.
I
And
think
yeah.
go for it. Go for it.
No,
Sorry.
I think I wanted both of them to succeed for sure. And
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
you know, yeah,
One
you
thing
were
I want to
saying.
bring up. I've read. There's a book series which is also a TV show called The Three Body Problem. It's actually a Chinese series, but it has some similar themes where there there is contact with aliens, but it's a lot darker, and it's actually I would say more realistic. I think of what would actually happen in reality. But it's super interesting. It'll make you think a lot differently. I would say Project Hail Mary is like a very feel good movie, right? Everyone succeeds. This is
Yeah,
not like that. But it's three books. It's super amazing series. The Netflix show, I think there's only one season out now, and it's a pretty big difference, like in the adaptation. But it's also really good. But if you want, like, if you enjoyed Project Hail Mary and this idea of space, but you might want some darker or more realistic themes of what that would look like, check out Three Body Problem, the book or the TV show. I think it's really good. Yeah.
yeah, never heard of it, but yeah, I think given how much I liked Project Mary, then that'd be cool to check out.
Space is it's like so interesting to think about that stuff. I feel
Oh,
like in
for
our day to day
sure.
lives we're so busy. There's so much going on, but just if you just think it's like we literally are a little speck in this huge universe of space. Like it's overwhelming. Yeah.
I think the whole like Rocky meeting Grace for the first time is, I think, very natural because their race is also, pretty technologically advanced. They put Rocky
Mm-hmm.
and like 20 other like Rocky buddies into a spaceship. But
Mm-hmm.
it's the fact that they're so curious about each other when they first meet, like
Mm-hmm.
that they're both so alone beforehand, and then they finally meet someone else
Both
even
of their
though they're an
crews
alien.
die.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a very cool thing to see them connect upon. And even like Grace makes a freaking language translator like
Yeah,
pretty
they become
quick.
like best friends. They're always sleeping together and stuff too.
Yeah, I think it's very believable how, like, even though you've only known each other for a few days, you would sacrifice your lives for each other because
Yeah,
of,
that's all you
this
have. Yeah.
connection you have. Just yeah, just really cool. I was surprised that they kept Rocky alive at the end when Rocky sacrifices himself a bit to
Mm.
go save Grace out of
Mm-hmm.
his Rocky bubble. So I
Mm-hmm.
thought Rocky was dead. Like I thought, okay, we have like his ashes remaining when Grace wakes up, checking them, and that Rocky's just disintegrated.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm okay with the decision to keep Rocky alive. And
I mean, this is also a mainstream film, right? I feel like for these big type of movies where you're trying to appeal to such a mass amount of people, from kids to, the elderly, you have to keep it in that positive vibe. Like my buddy who did read Project Hail Mary, he says that part of the book is actually a little bit different.
Ah.
compared to the movie.
Oh.
So you could also give that a read and see. But he said the part about how I think is it Grace how Grace saves Rocky is much different in the book. I haven't read it. I don't really plan to, but that's just a heads up if you want maybe some more information about it. Read the
Yeah.
book because usually movie adaptations change a lot for some things compared to a book.
Yeah, because it felt off to me that Rocky
I
lived.
agree.
It
I
felt
agree.
off to me, like just like
It
everything that
was too
happened, the
positive,
sacrifices.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah, because yeah, even like technically speaking, I was like, how'd you get Rocky back into the rock thing? Because he broke his rock bubble thing, but then somehow he got back into it, and
This is
cool.
also why I want to just throw out that Three Body Problem book and TV show. I
Yeah.
would say that's more of like a hard science fiction, meaning like the things they mention, it's actually based in like math and like real science. I don't know how much Project Hail Mary really was, because you have like that screen. They have the way of I thought the way of communication was kind of cool, but yeah, building a whole communication set in like a few days or however they did it, that's just like what, like nobody could actually do that realistically.
Yeah,
Like that's not.
it was like
It's just a
fine.
little hand wavy, but it's again, it's
Yeah,
a movie.
it's
It's a
fine.
feel good movie.
Yeah.
It made
So
me feel good.
yeah, no, I think like the theme at the end of just like saving, like putting others' lives before your own, and because you value the connections. Because like if you don't put their lives above your own, then what do you have in your own life? That's also another part of it, of like valuing the people and the connections you have around you.
Especially in a time too now where I think like in the U.S. and in the world, people are at their loneliest. I think with technology and all the distractions, and it's kind of a good movie for that because I think people right now are pretty
Hmm.
lonely and isolated just as a society. So it's nice to see a movie that focuses on community and being close to another person and after experiencing a bunch of loneliness. I
Yeah,
think it's a perfect timing in
yeah,
my opinion.
yeah.
Yeah,
Really good
dude.
movie. I enjoyed it a lot. I read the reviews, some of the reviews, so everyone seems to like it. And I was like, yeah, I liked it too. It's a great movie.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, usually I can't like that. It was long, but it was worth it. Like it was good
Yeah,
for the
I'm
length.
glad I didn't fall asleep. It's-
I mean, with previews and everything too, I think it was over 3 hours for me compared to when the preview started, like the actual start time.
Yeah, theater started at 9 p.m. and then got out at like midnight on the dot.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Only,
I hate
only
trailers,
like a
man.
few minutes
I
left.
always arrive like 15
I
minutes,
show up
20 minutes
late.
later. Hell yeah,
I
dude.
do
I'm not
too.
sitting through that. I'm not sitting through
No,
that stuff.
I paid money for this, dude. I don't want ads. I paid
Yep.
money. So
Yep. Not wasting my time. This movie runtime, I'm holding it to its word. I'm not being in this theater room for more than however the runtime is.
there we go.
Yeah,
What
but
else?
actually, something I saw yesterday that's kind of related about like we just talked about the ending of Project Mary and how something's changed, like with Rocky's
Mm-hmm.
situation that you mentioned from
Mm-hmm.
the books. So this is about Attack on Titan, and the
Ooh,
author
do it, do it.
Isayama, he there's like an Attack on Titan park in his hometown,
Oh, that's
and
cool.
there's this exhibit there where like this is like as of a few days ago, like this is very new, where Isayama was asked about his thoughts on the ending of Attack on Titan. So it's him reflecting on the ending
Mm.
after a few years. And so let me just read this because I don't know if I want to link this right now to you, but it says Aaron became a protagonist who committed mass murder on a scale rarely seen in other works of fiction. So, and then I'll just like summarize a little bit, but he says that he wanted Aaron to be the perpetrator, where like the victim is the perpetrator, like the main antagonist. And it's part of it was due to his own maturity and foolishness at the time when he was in his early 20s. So this led Aaron to be someone that had like a desire to do harm. Like, he wanted to hurt other people, like the people that like turned everyone into titans and such. However, Attack on Titan had long since ceased to be mine alone, and Eren became a character loved by many readers. So, in the end, without fully committing to portraying him as a detestable figure, I found myself depicting him with a certain closeness and empathy and sympathy. So, as a result, I feel there remains a sense of insincerity in the story's conclusion, at least in his own assessment.
how does Attack on Titan end? I actually don't remember.
Yeah,
Does
so
Eren just like poof away?
so Aaron's in the whole Founder Titan, just got all the Colossal Titans and demolishes like
Mm-hmm.
I think 90% of the world, something like that. And then to stop the rumbling, like Mikasa, Armin, Levi, etc., Jean and stuff, they
Yeah,
go
they
and
go
fight.
after him.
And then Mikasa enters the Founding Titan, sees Aaron's like kind of lifeless body and facial expression, and then just
Mm-hmm.
like cuts off his head. So and then because Aaron dies there, then every Colossal Titan falls.
And then do they actually destroy 90% of the world? I thought it was only
Yeah.
like a small fraction. They
No, it
actually
was
did.
like a
Wow.
majority of the world where it would
And so
take a
that's what he's
significant amount of time.
and that's what the author is saying is like, oh, like that was because I was a 20-year-old and that's why I decided to do it this way
No, it
of
was
destroying so
yeah,
many
yeah,
people.
yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. But towards the ending, it's revealed that Aaron didn't really want to do all of that. Like in the end, he mainly just wanted to be with Mikasa.
Mm.
So like he was just faking his cruelty and his assertiveness. You remember like the scene where like he's arguing with Mikasa and Armin when like during the
Yeah.
second part.
Oh yeah, it was all like a front just to be
Yeah, just up
strong and
front, he
just
didn't want
to
anyone else to
protect
be
them,
hurt.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
that
I mean, that's a
aspect,
classic.
yeah,
That's
that
a classic like male
aspect,
shonen anime. But, like that's not like a very common theme.
yeah. So it feels like Isayama feels like he couldn't commit to Eren being
Mm.
truthful about that because, like, I think throughout up until
Like
the point,
until the end, you mean?
yeah,
Like
up until the
until.
end, it makes
Mm-hmm.
sense to me that Eren feels that way. Like everything makes sense, but then when it's revealed that Aaron's like, "Oh no, I didn't mean all that," that felt insincere to me.
Oh, I thought that was. I kind of thought that. I thought the whole time it's just a mask. Like he never, he's insane, right? All the
Sure,
trauma.
sure,
I kind of assumed that it's like he's really he just wants to keep his friends safe. That's why he's doing everything.
yeah,
I don't know.
but still, I think just like the commitment, it's that commitment factor where you've built up everything. So like you've built up to Rocky getting out of the his own shell to save
Mm,
Grace. You've committed Aaron to committing these atrocities.
I
You
see.
know,
And then like the last second, just like,
yeah,
oh, yeah,
okay, it's kind of okay.
I can, yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, I think the fact that in this Attack on Titan park that there's a like an exhibit here dedicated, translated in
Mm-hmm.
Japanese, Chinese, Korean, and English, by the way, of this.
Ooh,
That I think it's an
wow.
important question that a lot of fans had over Attack on Titan. That it's worth
Mm,
putting this clarification from Isayama and his reflection on the ending.
mm-hmm. That
So
makes sense.
yeah, I think that was pretty cool. It was pretty cool to see his just his reflection on what happened in the ending and that you can craft a good story but thing outside forces like my work is popular now, it's being shown to a mass audience,
It'll always
that'll
influence,
affect the
right?
story in some way
Of course, yeah.
and even
Yeah,
contradicting your north star that you've had from the beginning of your story. Like
yeah.
I think this is another example of that.
That makes
So,
sense. Yeah, yeah.
so yeah, it was
Is
cool little snippet.
is he working on anything like any new mangas or stories now?
Not that I
It's
know of,
hard to
but he might
hard to
be.
follow up on that. Yeah, I'm kind of
He might
curious
be
because
just taking a break.
like Attack on Titan for me as only someone who's watched the anime, but like the first 3 or 4 seasons were just like it was so. I love the world building. Like not like I love those type of stories where you just don't know what's going on, and like the world like it just gets kind of crazier and crazier, and the people around you become different than who you thought they were, and it's just this thriller vibe. I really enjoy stories like that.
Yeah. No, it's a great masterpiece. I still consider it a masterpiece.
Yeah, but there always is sadness to when you finally understand the world and all the moving parts make sense, and it's like nice to know, but it's also like ugh, there's nothing that new anymore. There's gonna be no more turns or no more like gotcha moments or no more things that like nothing that makes you think more in depth. So that part can be sad
Yeah,
sometimes.
this is the whole, I wish I could forget about this one game that I played and just
Yeah,
replay it for the first time.
yeah,
Those
exactly,
kinds of
exactly.
feelings. But
Yeah.
the nice thing there is that there'll be plenty more that comes along. New
That's
games,
why I'm
new
asking. It's like,
stories.
is homie work on anything new?
It looks
Exactly.
like he's not at the moment. But we will
Yeah.
watch your career with great interest, Mr. Isayama.
I think that's it. We're already 35 minutes in.
Yeah.
Time to call it.
Sure. That was our 21 plus episode of the Water and Time podcast.
Yeah, a little good Project Hail Mary analysis and thoughts on that.
Yeah, it's
as
great
well as
story.
talking about drugs.
I love storytelling, man. I love storytelling.
Yeah, it's definitely a movie too where you go watch it and you're lost in it for the entire time.
Yeah,
It's
it just
great.
makes you think and appreciate and love the world around you, whatever.
Yeah,
So.
it's a great way to end it. Yeah, we'll talk with you guys next week for episode 22.
Yep, keep on flowing.
Keep on flowing. See you guys.